tell her sorry. If she get me cheating, I won't never tell her sorry.
Time for real husbands of Big Brother Africa and Naija. Welcome to Pebble Opinion. I'm Pebble O, and I hope you're gonna have a great time today. So, like I said, today we're doing real husbands of Big Brother, and we're gonna be focusing on those guys that entered the house as married men, but they ended up doing the things in the house with other people, you know. So we're going to be focusing on those guys. So here we have, on the left, we have Richard with the dress. And then on the right, we have Tin Tall Tony, Triple T. So these guys were married. So we're going to be talking about them. And another guy who was married in the Big Brother house as time goes by. So Richard was a housemate on Big Brother Africa 2, the second season of Big Brother Africa, and he walked away as the winner. He won that season, and I feel like he deserved it so much. And so Richard was a married guy, like I said. When he entered the house, he had a wife outside, but then when he got into the house, he got into a very steamy, serious relationship with Tatiana. Tatiana is from Angola. They got into a very serious relationship. I think they had the most serious relationship in the house, and it was so ironic because Richard is married, very married, but at the same time, he's in a very serious relationship in the house, you know. But it was very entertaining to watch. And I like that he won that season because he was very daring, you know. And the viewers at that time of Big Brother Africa were a bit different from the viewers of Big Brother Naija, I find, you know. They were like, they didn't care what you did as long as you were entertaining, you know. They didn't care about anything else. Like, it's like, when you enter the Big Brother Africa house, it's like that's your world now. You don't care about your outside world or what you have outside or who you left outside or whatever, you know. It's like, if you're playing the game and entertaining us, the viewers, we will reward you, you know. And Richard won that season. So this is Tatiana. Tatiana's from Angola. She's the girl who was in a relationship in the house with Richard, and she knew that Richard was married. Everybody in the house knew that Richard was married, you know, but that didn't stop him from just playing the game and getting into a relationship with Tatiana. Like, it was so serious, that relationship, that Richard would get jealous whenever Tatiana would hang out with, you know, another guy or talk to another guy, you know, like he'd get jealous. It's like this guy had forgotten that he has a whole wife outside the house, you know. But you know what, it was entertaining, and that's what I liked about him, you know, like he didn't care what was happening. He's just like, you know what, I'm here in the house. I said I'd do anything to win. You know, people say that, you know, I'd do anything to win the Big Brother house, until you're in the house and then you're panicking and then just boring us. But Richard went the whole way. Anyway, this here is a picture of Richard with his wife, you know, his wife, before he went into the house. But they didn't divorce, even after all of this, you know. So this is him, I'm guessing, on his wedding day, because there they are dressed up like they just got back from their wedding, or they are at their wedding. So yeah, this is Richard's wife, and she was watching the show, I'm hoping or guessing the whole time, when Richard was busy in the house with Tatiana. This here picture is taken from the day that Richard was crowned as the winner of Big Brother Naija, the final day of the second season of Big Brother Africa, not Naija, Big Brother Africa, guys, the second season. That was in 2007. So these two were in a relationship, but this was the last day of the relationship because now the show had ended. Tatiana now had to go to Angola, and Richard had to take his riches or his winnings with him back to his wife in Tanzania, and that was the end of this here relationship. And this was known as Richian, and I think they were the baddest to ever do it, man. I really don't think that there's anybody that can ever do any better than Tatiana and Richard. Like, they like, you know, I don't know what to call, like, they're like the blueprint, but nobody can do it as good as they did it because they just didn't care, you know. But these days you find that a lot of people enter the house and they just like have their guard up, or they just like have, you know, they're like celebrities already, so they have a reputation to protect, you know. That's why I miss the times when Big Brother housemates were just regular people who didn't care, who didn't have a reputation outside, who didn't care about their followers on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, you know. But it is what it is, you know. Things change and you have to adapt or you will die. So this gentleman right here, this is Triple T, Tin Tall Tony, as they called him. So Triple T was married, you know, and he was a housemate in Big Brother Naija. The first season in 2017, he was a housemate, and he got into the house as a married guy, but he got into a relationship with Bisola. So this was Big Brother Naija, like I said. This is Bisola. Bisola was very feisty, very fiery, very passionate, very creative, very like out there, you know. I liked her a lot. I thought she would win, but she didn't. I think maybe the thing with her getting involved with a married guy kind of like, messed up her chances of winning that season, but it's okay. Efe ended up winning that season. She was the runner-up that season, Bisola. So yeah, man, like I said, Tintol Tony was in a relationship with Bisola. This is Bisola. And Tintol was married, but nobody in the house knew that he was married. That's the difference between this relationship and the first one, Tatiana and Richard, that I just covered. With Richard, people knew that he was married. Now with this one, the guys in the house didn't know that he was married. So Bisola thought, they had a thing going, but he knew at the back of his mind that, I have a family, but he wasn't just saying anything, he was just going along with the relationship. And viewers didn't like that, so viewers couldn't wait for him to be put up for eviction, for possible eviction, so they can evict him. So when he was nominated for eviction, the viewers made sure that he was out of the house because they couldn't stand him. And I was just like, guys, that's an entertainer right there. I'm not saying, it's not like I'm not advocating for marriages or whatever, or I'm advocating for cheating. No, I'm just saying that when you decide to go for a show like Big Brother, you should be prepared to give it your all, like pour your heart out, like just make that house your world. Don't care about what's happening outside, because that's all that matters at that time. I mean, you could walk away a millionaire. You walked into the house with no money, but if you do whatever it takes, if you play your cards right, you can walk away as the winner. But I guess that's the difference that I just said, that viewers from back then, voters from back then are very different from voters of Big Brother Naija. The Big Brother Naija people are a bit sensitive, but I've made peace with it. It's a little frustrating, but I've made peace with it, So yeah, man, that was the relationship between Tintol Tony and Bisola. And yeah, man, like I said, Tintol was married, and this is a picture of Tintol with his family, with his wife and kids. So this is what he left at home when he entered the house and got into a relationship with Bisola, But obviously the relationship between Bisola and Tintol ended because he had to go back to who? His wife, Anyway, the third guy that we're going to cover is Mike. So Mike was a housemate in Big Brother Naija last year, 2019, Pepperdam. He was a housemate in the house, and he's married. He entered the house as a married guy. But Mike didn't do anything with anybody, guys. Mike played a very safe game. He played it clean. Let me not say safe. He played it clean, because safe is me assuming that he should have done something with somebody even though he's married. No, he played a clean game. But I did feel like, if he wasn't married, I know this is very controversial, what I'm about to say, but if he wasn't married, I feel like he would have been in some sort of situationship with Tasha. This is a picture of him with Tasha, and I feel like they had something there, I think Mike kind of liked Tasha. I'm not sure about Tasha, how she felt about Mike, but I think that Mike kind of liked Tasha because he was interested in her. Like, he liked to get inside her head, he liked to talk to her, and there was something there was some chemistry there, but they didn't get along. For the most part, they didn't get along, and yeah, they ended up as being like sort of like enemies. But I think it's that thing of Mike was married, but he knew that he couldn't do anything with this girl, because he has a wife waiting at home, But I think that now ended up being a thing of we want each other, but we can't have each other, so we end up hating each other. I think that's what was happening between them. But that's just my opinion. It's not a fact, so relax. But like I said, Mike didn't do anything with anybody in the house. He played a very safe game, a very clean game, and he was the runner-up. He didn't win the season, but he was the runner-up. This is Mike with his beautiful wife, and as you can see there, she's expecting. This is a picture from this year, I think. And yeah, man, so he has a family now. I think, I don't know if she has given birth yet, so I'm not gonna comment on that. But anyway, this is Mike, a very happily married guy who entered the house as a married guy and didn't do anything, and went back to his wife and did the things with his wife. Unlike those two, Triple T and Richard. But you know what? I don't judge. I was entertained, especially by Richard, and I love that he went all the way and he won the season because he played the game like, I don't know, a true villain. Like, he killed it. Nobody expected that, but you know what? He did it, and I feel like he deserved it. Anyway, like I said, I can't wait for Big Brother Naija. It's coming this Sunday. 5 days away from it or what, something. Yeah, so it's coming this Sunday. I can't wait, but I hope that this year we don't get a married guy. Unlike last year we had Mike. I hope that this guy, we don't get a married guy or girl. Please, if you have one, just take them back. Please, we don't want. But anyway, I'm excited nonetheless, and that's how we come to the end of today's episode of Real Husbands of Big Brother, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm Pebble O, and I shall see you next time.